All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Cat's Corner with our esteemed panel. Got Pete and Scott from Zaner. How you two doing today?
All
Doing
good,
well.
guys. All good. We got our first snowfall this weekend. So I imagine you guys got hit already too, huh?
Not here in the valley, up in the
Okay.
mountains.
Up in the
The
mountains, yeah.
valley, we honestly don't get a lot of snow in the valley over here.
Gotcha.
But but
Well, that's
no,
convenient.
we'll kind of see what kind of winter we get.
Yeah.
Weather permitting, we got a lot of jobs to do on the scrap metal side.
I bet.
The catalytic converter side, we just got back from SEMA a week ago.
How'd that go? I heard you guys had a booth,
We
right?
did a booth there, went great.
Outstanding.
We spent a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
So we were a little nervous that what the
Gotcha.
kind of payoff would be, but it was fantastic. So many people.
I saw some pictures of your booth, man. There was a lot of people standing around it.
Yep. A lot of people are interested in our deal. A lot of people seem interested to deal with a real company to sell their
Yeah.
converters, not the fly-by-night guys driving around with cash.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Guys
that
with a
going
real
on.
paper trail, legit company. So it was real nice to talk to a lot of them.
Good.
And we
Good.
plan to do it again next year. So
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Scott,
so it
how
was
was your
great.
weekend?
It was good. We saw including copper, we saw the PGMs go up a little bit towards the end of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And copper went up 10 cents in one day.
One day Evergrande made their payment. As you know, I posted a couple of articles out there for everybody and I know you commented on it. And they actually, it was interesting because it kind of shocked everyone in that they made their payment and then they paid their back payments that they were due for interest on all of their bonds for 22, 23, and 24. So it was a real bullish shot in the arm and copper exploded. So,
Great.
when you see a company that has 1 million condos with an average of 278 pounds of copper per condo usage come back into the fold, it's a big deal.
So do they have 1 million condos in back order? Is that what they have?
I do not have the succinct breakdown, but the Communist Party said, the Communist Party and the bank that they used to own, which they had to sell for revenue, said that on the books they were holding 1 million units. How they were holding it, whether they were done and waiting for payment, whether they were pledged for, I don't know.
Got it. So we're a little unclear there, but they're back in the fold. We see
Yep.
some movement on at least on copper, which
Yeah.
It was perfect timing.
Yeah,
markets.
perfect timing. Yep.
Perfect timing going into the fall. Everybody's got an early Thanksgiving present, something to be thankful for, and nice Christmas gift. And I just was speaking at the eScrap conference about volatility, and just wait. You're going to see 10-cent, 20-cent moves out of nowhere. And it was just perfect timing, just for everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
let's look at platinum, palladium. I mean, the magic number in palladium for our technical people, 2150. We had a $44 rally, blasted right through it. Really came out gangbusters. A lot of people on the technical side that keep the charts, that look for resistance, were really shocked because that was a really big number. And we're at 2158 roughly. And platinum, by the way, 1065 was the magic number for a lot of people. And we ripped right through that. And today we're trading 1091, which means we're looking at 1100 again. So all of our guys like you, Nick, are having a real good day.
What about rhodium? Do you guys see rhodium doing much?
I don't chart rhodium because here's the problem. The only place that used to trade rhodium, because I don't have a place to lay off that risk. The only place that used to trade it went under a number of years ago, was the South African exchange. And they had some rare earths, they had rhodium, they had some other stuff, and I don't have that. So unfortunately, that's that's gone. So
Yeah, well, I've got a little bit of info for what's going on with rhodium. So it's so
Beautiful.
close, it's so closely tied to vehicle production,
yeah,
and we're seeing the chip shortages beginning to ease,
Yep,
and
I read that
automakers are
last week.
starting to increase their production, and that I also believe that's contributing to some of the bullish sentiment for these metals as well.
yeah, because there's a little pinch of rhodium in every cat, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, they're definitely, when it was close to 29, you saw those cat values just getting insane.
Mhm.
So people, like anything, people kind of get used to that. And when it gets cut in half,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, when I went to 16, people were definitely falling out of their chairs. That was quite a
Yep.
break, huh?
I think it's more realistic where it is now than
Yeah.
that 29 number.
Well, I
We'll
think
see.
I think we're gonna. I think Scott really hit it on the head in that we're gonna, $47 moves in palladium, $50 moves in platinum, 10, 11, 12, 1200 ticks in copper. These are gonna become commonplace again. We're gonna see volatility, as traders refer to it as vol. We're a hedging operation. We mitigate that risk. And I think we're going to continue to see big swings again because people are coming in and, throwing in very large orders. There's a lot more product moving around than there was before.
Which that's a good sign for the market.
Yeah,
correct?
very
Yeah.
good sign for
Yeah.
the market.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And,
Producers in general, producers of product are more aware and conscious of securing their supply. You're seeing end manufacturers looking all the way to the start of their supply chain and making significant investment into that.
Gotcha. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, and the mergers and acquisitions continue. The Stillwater mine in Montana just solidified a deal to buy the London Mineral, Lundmin, which used to be the London Rhodesian Minerals Corporation. But
right.
That's a huge acquisition of valuable world real estate in the Bushveld complex, and that's an American company making an investment over in South Africa.
And that really sings out to some of the bigger players, Nick, that are saying, you know what, platinum palladium is still something I want to own. And we're seeing some pretty big financial investment into that area. And look at the numbers came out Thursday evening, Friday morning. South Africa posted their platinum palladium production is down 7.5% on the quarter. That's a big number. I mean, that's significant. So we're seeing less product being mined, and subsequently, less availability here. It's going to continue to do what it's doing. It's going to reflect in the price on the market.
Gotcha. So it's good to be into converter recycling right now.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know what? Where this rally. I mean, I know you guys have that terrific program where people just mail their stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not a bad time when you're, 2150, 2160 in palladium, and you're looking at, 1100 in platinum. That's a big rally. It's $300-400 an ounce more than it was for platinum. If you're sitting on some cats and they're in your yard, you might think about throwing them in the box, getting them off the neck.
Yeah, no, I think the market's pretty strong right now. I think a lot of people were waiting for those old markets at 28,000 rhodium, and there's a lot of people are hoping for platinum to get above 12 again, and I think it's on its way to get above 12.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, the question becomes: do you want the money in your pocket now so you can buy more converters, or do you want to sit around longer and let it rot?
And unfortunately, for some of these shops, they put them in the corner, and inevitably, if they leave them in the corner for too long, they seem to grow legs and go somewhere else. So if they just ship them to us, they'll get paid, and it's transparent.
Yeah,
we get them payment as soon as we receive it. It mitigates a lot of the risk of internal theft too.
Well, it's interesting because that's something that we don't think about on our side, and it's glad it's good you mentioned it. Absolutely.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep everybody posted. We'll at least try to do at least 1 or 2 of these a month. If we
Sure.
can all fit into our schedule, we'll try to get it back to once a week, but
All right.
I know everybody's
Yeah.
busy. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. If you have
You
anything
bet.
else to add, go feel free. But if not, we'll let everyone have a good week.
Oh yeah, I do. I want
Go
to
ahead.
just bring everyone's attention to, pull up a 20-year gold spot chart and give yourself a little technical analysis show, because you're looking at just a beautiful image of natural markets playing out over a decade time span.
Yeah.
20-year gold chart. Good time. Good time.
All right. I'll have to do that. Okay.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for dropping in. At Xander Metals, we're available here to help you mitigate risk as well. You can sell copper, platinum, palladium, gold, or silver at any time on our hedging platform, which is called Tornado. It's been around for decades, and it's here for scrappers, and it just does a great job.
Awesome. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Scott. Everyone have a good week.